So the good news is you have a lot of ideas. The bad news is you have to turn those ideas into a workable plot. What should you do? The answer is no surprise since you did click on this video. You should outline. There are endless outlining methods out there, and some are much more complicated than others. In this video, we're going to start with a simple one, 3-act structure. Outlining can feel intimidating, especially if your story is still a little fuzzy. That's why I recommend starting with a basic outline that shows you the overall shape of your story. You can always add more detail later. That's going to be our next video, by the way. In this video, I want to walk you through 3-act structure and show you how to use it to plan your story. We'll also look at an example, A Court of Thorns and Roses, aka ACOTAR by Sarah J. Maas. So, spoilers for ACOTAR, but let's face it, by this point you've probably already read it. What is 3-act structure? 3-act structure dates all the way back to Aristotle's Poetics. And I bet you didn't think we were going to talk about Aristotle and ACOTAR in the same video, but here we are. In the Poetics, Aristotle said all stories should have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Writers have added to this over the centuries, but the basic idea is the same. Your story should have 3 acts. Beginning, when you introduce everything, a middle, and an ending that resolves the conflict. Act 1, the beginning. The first act raises the curtain on your hero. We meet them and see what their ordinary world looks like. We're also introduced to the central conflict, the problem that drives the story. In ACOTAR, we meet Feyre hunting in the woods to feed her starving family. She's focused only on survival. But when she kills a wolf, who turns out to be a fairy in disguise, her life changes. A beast arrives at her cottage, demanding that she is banished to the fairylands to atone for her crime. Now we have the central conflict. Feyre must survive in an unknown and dangerous world of magic. Act 2, the middle. In Act 2, the hero leaves their ordinary world and enters the special world of the story. In ACOTAR, Feyre literally moves from the human world to the fairy world. She learns the rules of this new place, its people, its magic, and its history. At first, the hero mostly reacts to events. Feyre wants to return home, but she doesn't really know what she's doing. She sneaks off, gets into danger, and needs rescuing. She has goals, but she can't reach them until she understands the world's rules. The midpoint. Halfway through, we hit the midpoint, a turning point that changes everything. For Feyre, it's falling in love with the fairy lord who brought her here. Suddenly, she wants more than just survival. Her future happiness now depends on breaking the curse that hangs over the world. From here, the hero shifts from reactive to active. Feyre learns the true nature of the curse and decides to take action against the evil queen who's stolen the fairy lord's magic. Act 3, the end. Finally, we're building toward the climax, the story's peak conflict. In ACOTAR, Feyre faces the evil queen's deadly trials. The tension rises with each challenge until the final confrontation. Feyre sacrifices herself, is killed, and then reborn as a fairy after the curse is broken. It's all very dramatic. This climax resolves the central conflict. The queen is defeated, the curse lifted, and Feyre is transformed from the starving human we met in Act 1 to a powerful, immortal fairy. After the climax, the story winds down, tying up loose ends and setting up the sequel. How you can use 3-act structure. To plot your story this way, ask yourself, who is your hero, and what's their life like before the story begins? What conflict will they face? What special world do they enter? What problems will they face there? What changes for your character halfway through? What will they do differently after this? What's the climax, the big moment you're building toward? And that's 3-act structure. It's simple but powerful. You can see how tension rises, your hero changes, and the story transforms. For me, this exercise is always a big confidence boost. It shows me that yes, my story can actually work. The rest is just details. In our next video, we'll dig into those details and build a more in-depth outline. And if you want tools to try it right now, Scribble has everything you need. Sign up for your free trial today.